The last one I'm going to touch on is the waiting until things are very severe before we do anything about it. So when we were young, you're not feeling well, you go and say, oh, I don't feel well, I don't want to go to school. Can you walk? Can you talk? Do you still have an appetite? You're fine. And that's how we do things. Think about it. If you would wake up every day with a mild headache, mild, but it happens every single day, would you go and do something about it? Would you go and see a doctor about it? Or, oh, it's mild, it's not that serious. Once I take paracetamol or I take Panadol, I'm fine. Until one day it becomes serious and you go and check. And it's not just a headache, it's more than that. We don't have to wait until we're suffering. We don't have to wait until we can't walk or we can't talk before we go and get help. I saw a post on Instagram that said, in an African home, if you're sick and you make the mistake of laughing, it means you're well. So you must make sure you don't laugh for the duration that you're ill. Why? I talk to people all the time, they share their issues, and I say, this is something that you should speak to someone about. And I'll often hear things like, oh, it's not that bad. Oh, I'm getting by. Oh, I'm managing. Okay, continue. And so you continue on your own and you suffer in silence. And the award for best sufferer of silence is Petrina, I do say. There's no award like that. There's nowhere in the world that they hold awards for people who are very good at suffering in silence. I'm yet to come across a place in the Bible that says, suffer in silence. Your reward will be big. If you're able to find one, please send it to me and I'll recant this. Because there is nowhere that says not getting help when you need it will give you a big reward in the end. Rather, when you stop suffering in silence and you speak to someone about it, the right person about it, you get help. You get relief from what you're going through. You get support. I'll share a very funny example with you. Not too long ago, I thought that I was having a neural problem. I was having severe pain in my neck and it was affecting my fingers. Around the same time, something interesting was happening on WhatsApp. When you scroll and then you tap on a name or a chat, it would select the one directly beneath it. And it was a bug, an issue with the system. Here I was thinking, this situation is serious. I have a neural issue, neuroskeletal issue, whatever it was. And so I thought that the selection of the WhatsApp thing was because I couldn't get my fingers to tap on the right space. It was a problem for me, I'm telling you. And then one day I finally decided to discuss it with my husband and I said, this is my neck thing. This is what's happening to me. When I select, it doesn't select properly. And he turned and he was like, how long? And I said, for over a week now. And he was like, Katrina, there's a problem with WhatsApp. See, you were there suffering in silence. And I got therapized on the spot. When you are dealing with something, talk to someone. There's a saying that said, a problem half shared is half solved. So what that means is even if the person can't give you a solution, once the person has created a safe space for you, it helps to offload the burden. Let's stop waiting for things to be so dire. It's like it's worth attention. It has to be so severe before people will rally to help, before we are even willing to talk about it. We wait till friends and family are dying before we post videos of them on Instagram soliciting for funds. It's our culture. So again, I'm not here to point fingers at anybody or call anyone out. I want us to understand that a lot of the way we operate with many issues, including mental health, is because it's a cultural thing. And once we recognize what these issues are, we can begin to shift the way we think and the way we approach these things. So I hope that this tea that I've shared with you is tea that you will use to your advantage, is tea that you will use to help those that you love and care about, and help to improve the African mentality on mental health.